fortunate enough to do a walk-around video on the 2022 Honda Civic. Today is a very special day because we finally get our hands on it and drive it for real, like on open roads, which we did, starting from Metro Manila, all the way up to Tagaytay, down to the beaches, and then back up to Tagaytay again, and then into Metro Manila. So we were able to cover it over the highway, twisty roads, some traffic, and now we can give you some proper feedback on exactly how it feels like to drive the automobile, which I know is extremely important because there have been already 400 people that have ordered the Civic and have gotten it since November of last year. So here's 5 quick things that we want to talk about on a very quick drive. Do you need help purchasing your car insurance? Head on over to AutoDeal.com.ph/car-insurance. Here, you can compare prices and customize your insurance coverage from many of the Philippines' top providers. When you've selected the insurance that's best for you, simply fill out the application and complete the transaction with ease through Visa, MasterCard, GCash, GrabPay, or PayPal, and receive your policy within the next business day. Get the best deal on insurance with AutoDeal. It's got power and it's got pull, and I'm glad it's got both. And it feels really, really good. Granted, this is the RS variant, but we have on this convoy all 3 models, or rather all 3 variants of the Civic model, and they all seem to be keeping up, and it's not as if we're driving slow either. Within speed limits still, but we are pushing the pedal to the metal, so to speak. And I'm glad that the power is still there because, in all honesty, that's what I remember the Civic used to be. Still in my head, the Civic is still the ESI, the tiny little car that basically ate up the inline 6 2.4 liter Zafiro that I was in so many years ago. So it may look a little bit more refined now on the outside, but the engine, yeah, the engine still. It's still got its star, it's still got its purpose, and it still feels good. Whether you're stuck in traffic and cruising along, or when you floor it, when you want to get a little bit exciting, or even when you use the paddles. Now, like I did mention, this is the RS that we're in, but the other variants of the Civic model are with us on this convoy. So through the corners and the twisties, which is a lot of fun, by the way, there's obviously very little body roll. It's really stuck to the ground, and it feels good when you're pushing it in and out of the corners. Now, for the other variants, I have the great opportunity to be able to see it from the rear perspective. And I could tell that the car itself was also stable. So it's not just limited to a low center of gravity to the RS, but throughout up and down the line. And handling is great. Steering is still the magic of Honda, which is when you're stuck in traffic, it's extremely light, but it's nice and it tightens up really well when you're pushing it at speed. The comfort of the automobile is actually pretty superb, whether you're in slow traffic or when you're starting to move along or when you're at high speeds or even when you're taking the twisties. The bolsterings are actually pretty darn good. Jack, who is, well, I'm not trying to insult him or anything, but he is obviously wider than I am, but even he feels comfortable in his chair, so more so me. And to the fact that it's comfortable enough that he actually fell asleep in here. I had to wake him up and remind him that we're actually here for work. NVH is pretty quiet. I did realize that there is a little bit of tire noise at about maybe about 90 kilometers per hour, sort of like the sound of a very small child complaining, something like that, and not very often. It just comes and goes, so I guess it depends on the road conditions. What I would like to point out is that I'm telling you that this car is extremely comfortable, and like I said, it's the RS, and I'm going to keep repeating that, but the fact that the tires on the RS are much thinner than those on the S or the V. So if it's ridiculously, that's a bit too much. If it's very comfortable inside this particular Civic, then it would be ridiculously comfortable in the other models. But I'll take the tires of the RS any day of the week and twice on Sunday because number one, they look better, and number two, they perform better. The technology part is, well, this is going to be a little bit longer than the other categories simply because, well, this was actually the main focus of this drive, which is Honda Sensing. Okay, so they wanted to highlight the Honda Sensing, which is available not just on this RS variant, but all the variants of the Civic model. Now, some of the cool stuff that we were able to test out would be like lane keep assist and adaptive cruise, but there are others, including collision mitigation and then cross traffic alert and all of these things that come with the Honda Sensing package. There's actually a total of 6 of them. Now, it's very important to note that these technologies is the reason why we're actually on this drive, apart from the 3 other reasons that we just recently mentioned, is because, well, Honda has this plan that they want to be able to reduce, or if not bring to zero, traffic collisions because of their products by the year 2050, and that is absolutely awesome. And these Honda Sensing features that you find on this car, much like a Formula One car, it's technology that will eventually trickle down. And I say that because, well, not just the Honda Sensing in cars, but they actually want to put that Honda Sensing into their motorcycles as well, and that is actually pretty darn cool. So on this particular drive, we were able to try out the adaptive cruise and the lane keep assist, which is actually pretty trippy. It's not autonomous driving, okay? I gotta tell you that, but it's definitely an assist, a very big assist. And Jack, it was Jack that actually mentioned that if before in an automobile while you were driving, it was difficult to eat a sandwich, now because of the Honda Sensing, which is a part of it, the lane keep assist and the adaptive cruise, you could possibly eat adobo and rice with maybe even soup and with utensils. I exaggerate, yes, but that's what it is. It's pretty trippy, and it's nothing that the car is supposed to be. It's driving itself, so it's not autonomous driving. No, it's just to aid the driver, and these aids help to keep everybody on the road safe. Not just the driver, not just the passenger, but everybody else around the car and all the roads that you take, and that is actually pretty darn cool. And the fact that, like I mentioned, they want to reduce, if not turn to zero, all road accidents by 2050. Honda Sensing, Honda sexy. And the cool thing about the cruise control is that it works at low speeds, like we are right now. I'm not stepping on the accelerator or the brake, and it's slowing down. The car in front of me has stopped completely, but now as it accelerates, I'm gonna go with it. I'm really not touching it. Oh, I gotta put the lane keep assist on. Lane keep assist. Oh God. I almost killed someone. Can we turn? Okay, lane keep assist is on. That's a motorcycle! So it's supposed to help. It's not supposed to drive the car for you, man. That's still my job. This is the low speed follow, and it's slowing down as the car in front of me is slowing down. It speeds up as the car speeds up, and I'm pegged at 30 kilometers per hour. That's what I'm locked at, but currently I'm traveling 16, 15, slowing down, and now the car in front of me has stopped. I'm slowly coming to a halt, and now I'm accelerating. Did they make a right?
Yes, they did.
Oh, I better make a right. And then once I make a right, the cool thing is that since there's no car in front of me, the car would accelerate yet again. But then when it finds that there's a car in front of me, whoop, it's braking all by itself. And it's all pretty cool too, because you can see it on these small little icons inside the dash. Like if the car in front of you is actually turning a left, making a left or making a right, it actually tilts too. And then when you apply the brakes, the brake lights come on too. That's actually pretty cool. And then it can tell that it's a motorcycle in front. Oh man, that's so cool. Well, it was a bicycle, but yeah. Such a smart car. You's a good boy. Who's a good boy? Last and probably the most important thing that people want to know about is the fuel consumption figure. And I can't blame you because whoo-hoo, gasoline prices, mamma mia. Anyway, so currently we are at 187.5 kilometers that we've traveled. And this was from BGC in Metro Manila. Then we went up to Tagaytay. From Tagaytay, we went down the mountain and around the beaches area. and then we went back up to Tagaytay, and now we're driving through Metro Manila. So we hit highway, we hit towns, we hit traffic inside the city, and we hit traffic in towns. So in total, we are doing right now 11.6 kilometers per liter, which, considering how it is that we were driving when there was no traffic in the towns and we got through the twisties, we were pretty heavy foot. I even put it in sport every once in a while. That's actually a pretty good number. I like that. I like that a lot. And finally, if you would like a more detailed look at the 2022 Honda Civic RS, or any other variant for that matter, do head on over to AutoDeal.com.ph, because we've got specs and prices for you there. If you want a walk around video, we have one too on our YouTube channel. One thing before I let you go, what car do you guys think that we should do a comparo with this Honda Civic? Should it be car A, car B? Name that car, and perhaps maybe that comparo, we can make that happen for you. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, because we love creating videos just for you guys. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay safe. See you soon.